Hi guys, I'm Commander Nookstar and welcome back to another Elite Dangerous video. If you've just recently received your Power Play community goal rewards of 2 fixed phasing sequence rapid fire multi-cannons, then I have a build for you. First we're going to take a little look at the setup and then we're going to get into some combat tests and see how it performs. So let's get it. Take a quick look at the build starting with the hard points. Yes, I'm running 2 PAs alongside 4 fixed multi-cannons. 2 of which are the CG rewards that you may have recently got, the fixed double engineered or pre-engineered, they're kind of triple engineered honestly, rapid fire with phasing sequence. These are paired with a couple of enforcers. These are fixed power play multi-cannons. They come in size 1 only. You can substitute these with normal fixed or gimbal multi-cannons actually. If you wanted to in this build. And then we're pairing that up with 2 PAs. These are short-range blaster thermal conduit PAs. I know what you're thinking. Fixed multi-cannons have 1 shot speed and PAs have another different shot speed. How are we going to aim at 2 different reticules? Well, it works pretty well, and we'll cover that in the combat tests in a little while. For utilities, I'm running 3 boosters. I think it's 1 heavy duty... Yep, and then 2 resist AUG for a strong biweave shield. And then I'm running a pre-engineered point defense just for those pesky missiles for when shields go down. For the armor, I'm running a lightweight ollie with heavy duty deep plating just because it makes this ship a hell of a lot faster. I'm running at 558 meters per second boost with full fuel. This quickly goes up as the fuel goes down. The power plant is an armoured power plant with thermal spread to keep this Mandalay nice and cool, although it still does get hot with the weapons I've got, which is great because that's going to proc thermal conduit on these PAs here. Then we've gone thrusters, dirty drive, tuning with drag drives obviously. We've gone with a 5D frameshift drive just to increase the speed a little bit more. Jump range is sitting currently at 41.2 light years with increased FSD range and mass manager on that FSD. Life support is a miscellaneous lightweight. We got power distributor 5A with charge enhanced power distributor and super conduits mods. We've got long range 5D sensors, so a bit of lightweight but a bit of scanning range increase at the same time, and then the standard fuel tank. Optionals, like I said earlier, we're running a strong biweave shield gen here with thermal resist and low draw for the experimental. And then we've just packed in the whole of module reinforcements to this beast to make it as tanky as possible. It's all whole except for 1 4D module reinforcement and then another 1D module reinforcement down at the bottom there. And then all the whole is heavy duty deep plating. So that pretty much covers the build, so let's get into some combat tests. So here we are in a Haz-res. Oh, look at that, 3 Fer-de-Lancers. So there's plenty of targets to test this build out on. Now it's worth bearing in mind that I've tested this build with different weapons instead of the PAs. I've tried pack hounds, I've tried cannons, I've tried more multis, and honestly this one was probably the most fun and the most effective that I've found so far with this setup. But do let me know in the comments if you've tried any other setup and you know, if you can recommend any that you think work really well. But we're just getting to work on this FTL. His shields are almost below half. This is an elite FTL in a wing of 2. So out there somewhere there's another ship shooting at me, but doesn't seem to be doing much damage. But again, this is only a Haz-res, so it's one of the easiest forms of combat in Elite. Okay, shields are down on the FTL. He's already at 86 hull because of the phasing sequence, whose damage bleeds through shields. Let's see if we can get the rest of it down. The trick with fixed multis is getting a good time on target with a steady reticule to aim at. Not the easiest build in the world to use, but definitely one of the most fun. Ideally we want to try and orbit our opponent, not joust all the time. So this is a good opportunity to get some real damage. That's it. So he's down. Where's his wing, mate? There he is. And Vulture will try plasma ram. Oh, there we go. Already down at 26 shield. It's chaffing, but chaff doesn't make a difference with this build because it's completely fixed. Okay, shields are down on the Vulture now. He's down at 92. Slightly more difficult to hit this smaller ship. You get less time on target, and obviously the target's a lot smaller, but the PAs really help out there, providing some alternative damage, especially when the fight turns a little bit jousty, which inevitably it does. Oh, the Vulture's nearly down now. Oh, bit of a ram there. What we need to do is finish him off. One more shot. And it's good night, Vienna. There we have it. Okay, let's try the other Fer de Lance. So, here we are, Filtric. He's a deadly Fer de Lance. Tell you one thing, the Mandalay has such good yaw. It's really helps out with staying on target with these CG multis. I think if you were going to use any other ship to test these out on, I would probably go with either a Cobra 5 or an FDL, and of course the Mandalay, because they are incredibly maneuverable, which means you should get decent time on target, which is the trick to getting the most damage out of these multis. And look at the hull damage there. Oh wow. Well, that was a pretty successful test of Haz-res. Let's move on to something a bit bigger and a bit tougher. We are at a pirate activity signal source. It's a threat 7. So in these sources, which by the way you find in systems with a state of civil unrest, you will find engineered ships, engineered pirates. This one is an Anaconda. It's pretty much one of the toughest ships you can find in Elite Dangerous. For PvE combat, so we'll give this a go. I expect this to be a much longer fight, but I'm not worried. So yeah, let's kick it off. You can see much better time on target against the Anaconda. The target's much bigger, so it's a lot easier to land hits. Now we're getting some heat into the ship now, so we're proccing thermal conduit, which is nice. So a little bit of extra damage, well, a lot of extra damage honestly, up to 60% thermal conduit gives. Got the Anaconda now down to 37 shields, but he's banking. Some heat in again, so this is good for the PAs. Some good hits in there, come on. Oh, he's banking again. And again. How many banks do these NPCs have, man? So he's down to 28 shields. Please don't bank again. I think you may have run out now. So we're just trying to get through that last bit of shit. Oh no! Another shield cell bank. We're going to have to do a bit more base damage here. We're going to have to start getting a bit more aggressive. Otherwise we'll be sat behind banks all day. Okay, we're proccing thermal conduit on the PAs now. We're getting some good uptime on the multis. Shields down. But the good thing is with these multi-cannons, you can see this target's already down to 75% of hull already. But this Anaconda has a much tougher hull than that previous FDL. That was a close one. 28 hull left on the Conda. Come on, come on. Let's finish him off. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I think that's a pretty successful test. And that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I will catch you in the next one.